Productions, and we are going to be running down the first few episodes of the new Marvel series Jessica Jones on Netflix. This is Jen, I am Tony, Kendra, and Mike. Hello. So first things first, let's talk about the actual character of Jessica Jones. She brings up definitely that she has like the superhuman powers, the super strength, that she can possibly like jump, fly, and that sort of thing.
No, and I love that it's brought up very subtly. Like the first episode, we don't see a whole lot of it too blatant, except for when she's serving that summons and she's lifting up the car. You know, and it's little things at the first episode, which I really enjoyed. I think the first episode was really fun for me personally because we saw a lot of the effects of the PTSD, but we didn't know exactly where it was coming from. You know, we can tell,
that was really weird.
Yeah.
It's the flash of the color, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
it was very interesting. Like, obviously, this person has gone through something very traumatic, and for somebody with super strength to, you know, be affected by PTSD so badly, like, your imagination just kind of goes wild with it. Like, what could have happened to this person with super strength that would make her suffer this?
You didn't think somebody would be that vulnerable. Somebody that has
the
power to do just about anything.
She coped with it well. Alcohol is
alcohol is
perfect way to deal with anything.
Great way for PTSD. No, it's not. It's terrible, by the way.
Never.
But I really like that about her, and I think she's a really very human character. Which you know, and we always see the human side of Marvel characters, but not quite to this extreme.
Well, you always see when you see the Marvel character, you get, yes, their human side, but they always grow into that superhero.
Exactly.
You know, that superhero-esque kind of, I don't want to just say character, but that they embody that whole essence of what it is.
Exactly. And she doesn't
really
she doesn't really seem to do that. She's so
At least from what we've
humanly
seen.
vulnerable so far.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, okay, where we see, you know, Iron Man who's so well off, or, you know, Captain America who's doing really well, and blah, 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 blah. We see Jessica Jones who's, you know,
has a lot of money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's living a very human, meager lifestyle while still trying to maintain that I can be a superhero and I can help people. But exactly. But she's still like, you know, we see her in the flashbacks in some of the later episodes. She's saying like, I can be a superhero, not a superhero, but I can be a hero. I can help people. But she still maintains a very human lifestyle.
She's very humble about what she does.
Yeah, and
she
she's
doesn't
not
think. She doesn't have this big old ego.
Yeah, well, and she's not like out there like Iron Man, like an Iron Man. She's, you know, she tells
Well,
people she's not secretive about it.
I was just gonna say she's definitely not secretive about it. She blatantly in the open does, you know, use her powers, and
she'll tell people about
she's
it.
pretty much like, what, you're gonna tell the police that I, you know, lifted up your car or I beat you up? Like, they're not gonna believe. Yeah,
exactly.
The laser eyes.
Like,
like, they're not gonna believe you.
Exactly.
So go ahead and go tell them.
I loved it. I thought.
But you'd think that they would after, you know, like.
That's what I kind of thought.
The Hulk, like the Hulk is, and Captain
they'd be like, it's another superhuman.
Yeah.
But Thor was a god. That's different.
Yeah, but he's also like a person, super strength, can fly, and all that stuff.
He's humanoid. He looks human.
And someone goes tells the cop, this chick just picked up my car with one arm. And
They're
like
you think they might actually believe it at this point in time, right?
And you have Captain America who also has super
And can I just say, I love that she's not wearing spandex.
Yet.
I love the fact.
It's gonna happen.
Can we just keep her in the jeans and the boots and the nice leather jacket?
Which,
she
by
looks
the way,
good.
Do you guys know why she's stalking the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, to a degree.
Well,
he's watched more than we have.
Everybody's watched more than everybody.
Well, let's switch gears here a little bit. So we've talked about Jessica. Let's move on to our supervillain.
Yes.
Kilgrave, who we don't actually know is, you know, exactly what's going on. You know, we're getting glimpses of him here and there, which is really fun for me personally.
First two episodes, you get the glimpses and you get the
you know that there's this other entity that has superpowers, and that obviously he is the focus of her PTSD.
I'm glad they introduced the main villain quickly.
Me too.
I thought they were going to play off a little bit more of her private eye, and then she might go and do this, and she might go in and get like 3, 4, 5 episodes in, and then they introduce Kilgrave.
Which I have to
they
say,
did with Daredevil.
I think they're doing a very good job of balancing the, okay, we want to see the Private Eye Jessica Jones and her doing her thing, and the stuff that's kind of more like amusing, but we want to see this. But we also need this underlying plot line, and I think they're doing a very good job balancing those two.
In all technicality, it was the whole scene. They did the whole her PI thing like really quick.
Yeah.
And then later on the show when Kilgrave showed up, and like that was like I think season 2, he showed up.
Episode 2?
Episode 2.
Yeah, where you actually like see him a little bit.
Right.
Like, but you don't really see his face.
No, you just see
he just
him.
invades these people's house. Be like,
Yeah.
you're gonna let me in? Okay.
Right.
Like the guy was so happy. I was like, well,
I just think they're doing a very good job of, you see like her PI work, and she's always working a job, but she's always got this underlying job of Kilgrave underneath
They showed
there.
her human side
And
first.
how
Go more into
scary is Kilgrave? I love that. I love that he has limitations. That his powers have limitations. I think that's very important.
Yes, and they have to, as the superhero has to have limitations to their powers.
Every single one of them
I think the supervillain has to as well.
I think it's very awesome that the limitations are very. When you, I know it's very odd to say, but they make sense. Okay,
Right.
that distance and time limits the mind control. I love that it's not just all powerful. The limitations make this character so much more intriguing and so much more maniacal, because to keep his hold on people, he has to do horrible things. Like with Malcolm, he's got to.
Forever.
Here's a little brain teaser. Does he really have limits?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
This bastard. The fact that he's watched more episodes than we have. It's like, well, you think this, but that didn't really happen that way.
I'm just saying, little brain teasers. That's what they actually do in like Talking Dead, to like give you brain teasers. Like, you only seen what he can do within those episodes.
Well, and
okay, hold on a minute. Because we all got far enough to know that he can get knocked out.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
We all
he's
saw
human.
that
He's
human.
Yeah.
He's not like Superman, where like he can't be
I'm
punched with a
talking
needle or
about
anything.
how many people he can control underneath.
Well,
at one time,
we saw that.
Does he have limits? Like, is he another Professor X, but with only the persuasion?
Well, because he even said that he had to hire the bodyguards. Those weren't people
there wasn't people he was mind controlling.
So that's.
But the thing is,
he wasn't mind controlling them.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't actually get into people's minds, though. I think that's the difference.
He just makes them want to do things.
Right.
There's a big difference between the power of suggestion and actually having that hold over somebody's subconscious than actually being able to do Professor X stuff where
and like put
you
thoughts
actually
into their
get
brain.
into their
No, that's very true. That's very true. And see, and I think that's another limitation that I really love about it. Well, and I think what I really, really love about this entire show so far is the relationship between Kilgrave and Jessica.
Yeah.
Because Jessica's superpower is what draws her arch nemesis to her.
Which is why he's completely obsessed with her.
So exactly. His fascination with her is her super strength, and yet he can still, make her want to do things for him. So it's a wonderful relationship of her superpower is also her Achilles heel, and you see that a lot with you see that once in a while with superheroes, but this is done so well.
Well, I would say that her super strength, she doesn't use it as her Achilles heel. Her caring way too much for the people she wants to save is her Achilles heel.
No,
that's what Kilgrave.
That's a better way to put it.
That's
Kilgrave uses the people.
I can't argue with that. That's a good way to put it.
Since she was the hero Jewel and she wanted to save people, and Kilgrave uses that against her.
Yeah, she's incredibly defensive, and she's got all these walls.
She doesn't have a problem using her strength when she wants to.
She's got all these walls up, and she's so defensive, but at the same time, she just wants to help people, and I think that's really awesome.
Isn't that just about every superhero's issue, though?
Not necessarily.
Well,
not Iron Man.
Yes, let's say
Tony Stark.
Billionaire.
Tony Stark. I don't think Tony Stark is like the exception to every rule. In every way, he's hilarious.
God.
Please let it be a secret door. Please let it be a secret door.
Yay. Gotta love it. Yeah, no, I think the relationship between our hero and our villain is really awesome.
And I think
just
it's
because
gonna get really twisted.
Well, exactly what
so
makes her so special is what makes her a target.
Well, I want to, before we move on to the next character real quick, I think it might be, we're going over the first 4 episodes
4
or so, but I
episodes.
think this is more in the 5th episode, which I believe we've all seen anyway. They show Kilgrave seeing Jessica for the first time when she's saving
Oh, God.
Malcolm.
He was getting mugged, and she saved him.
Yeah.
Kilgrave saw it.
It happened to be there, and it was like, wow, you
Well-
have this power, like
well, and
I have
how
a power.
poetic is it that he uses this person? Her first save happens to be someone that, and he just happens to bump into her, and he uses this person against her.
When he was chained, handcuffed to the pole in her bathroom, when he told her that she can't save him again,
Right.
Mhm.
that her mind went click.
That was a
That was
defining
a click.
moment.
That
yeah,
was,
it really was.
oh my God, that was that one guy, and that was the first
Because-
time she saw Kilgrave.
Who knows for sure how much they remember right after their the mind control is over with? Are they aware of everything they did?
Right.
Is there a trigger that makes them remember,
Oh,
or
there
is
you
there
go.
are there
Well, no.
points
Damn
that
it.
But the cop,
stop it?
Stop! The cop even
But-
said that he remembers wanting to. Hope was
But
talking
she
about she
triggered-
remembers wanting
But
That's-
to.
she
But she was a
triggers that
trigger.
after she saves him.
Right.
She
See,
says,
and I always and I was wondering about that when we saw the elevator sequence.
right.
I was wondering about that, and my brain process went, okay,
She wanted the detail.
did Kilgrave tell Hope to wait until they got into the elevator?
Because
Probably leaving the bed though. He told her not to move. He
And if
told
he-
her not to move.
No, but
Now-
she seemed fine after that.
Yes, but
'Cause
if
she
you
moved.
if you make that and
I
if
don't
you
know.
make that suggestion
you
that
can make
if
more
you
than one
leave
suggestion.
and you see anybody, like if anybody goes with you, maybe not necessarily her parents. It could have been anybody in that elevator.
Because that's
you
what
killed.
I
triggered
don't
the
know.
cop. That's what triggered the cop to stop killing the news lady, because he thought she was dead, and that's what stopped him.
yeah.
I mean, it's very possible that he was just 2 or 3 steps ahead of himself, saying that someone's gonna find you. Your parents are gonna do this.
See, and
when you
I
leave,
think he wanted
yeah,
Hope to get found and saved.
and when you leave, whether it was in the elevator, at home, or whatever,
She had a
After
gun
you
on her.
leave,
You kill
kill
your
your
parents.
parents.
That's why she had the gun on her.
and she was fine. Right, she was fine when she was in the being
apartment.
interviewed with the police.
Yeah.
Because from
everything,
what I'm
and then as
thinking
soon as
that
they took
his
her away-
powers
So
are-
that's my whole
he
thing.
has-
Is that what triggered her? Did Kilgrave tell her when you're at this point, kill
Well-
your parents, or was there some kind of other trigger?
That makes up a good possibility with the
limitations on how far his powers can reach.
well, even that, but also where he can plant things, like with the police officer. If he says, "Do this, do this, do this," okay, that's all well and good. But a week from now,
No, exactly. That's my question. Okay, if I'm Kilgrave and I have this power, but I want something done at a specific time and
on
not
this
necessarily
date at
right
this
away,
time,
can
I
I
want you to
say,
do this.
yeah, November, 24th, 2017,
so.
I don't know
at
what
3:30, I
episode
want
it
you to do this.
Or-
Because Jessica Jones even said that the limitations are distance and time. But let's talk about the love interest a little bit. Our Luke Cage, our little bar owner, who we find out has superpowers of his own when he
Yes.
stabs himself.
Indestructible.
he took a
Well, no, not really.
Broken bottle or something?
no,
No,
it was
saw.
a
circular
hand
saw.
saw.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
hand
circular saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this guy's getting ready to
Yeah.
commit suicide.
I was like,
And
I
sparks.
realized. Yeah, right.
And I love the relationship going on with him and Jessica. And
Oh.
my question, I guess, is okay, so we find out that, we see that Jessica's having all these flashbacks, and we see this woman in the bus crash and all of this stuff. And at first I thought she was on the bus and died. But
Yeah,
then we
I
find
remember
out
you
that
said
that's not exactly what happened. And then we find out that Luke Cage is this woman's husband, and that she is now dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out. We find out first that
Yeah.
Jessica's been taking pictures of him and watching him, and then we think, okay, she was hired by this slutty
Yeah,
woman's
right.
husband. Then we find out, okay, she wasn't
No, not
hired.
really.
So, do you think that she knew that this person was this other person's husband?
No. The way she
Do you think
acted.
yeah, she looked like she was surprised when she saw it in the bathroom, right?
I
But then
think,
why else? So you just think she was taking pictures of him because she was infatuated?
Not necessarily. I think she was drawn to him because of his powers, whether she knew it or not. I think
Oh.
that there was because she
Some kind of connection.
she
there.
knows. She used to be Jewel. She knows other superheroes. She knows that aura or whatever you want to call it, that connection.
The way that people carry themselves.
Yeah, even
Maybe.
that. You
Who
know,
knows?
it's possible she.
Subconsciously was drawn to this
Subconsciously was
person
just-
because he had superpowers.
Yeah, and wanted to know more about him, so she made up a story and started taking pictures of the guy.
We talked a little bit about Hope. Let's keep talking about Hope. Hope was our girl that got abducted. And what I found fascinating about her is when they were doing the interview with her, how she said that Kilgrave made her jump. And I was like, yeah.
Jump.
Well, and then we found out before that she's like this super megastar athlete.
Yeah.
Do you think Kilgrave abducted her because he thought she had powers?
No.
Really?
No.
I think
She was just a
she's
pawn.
a substitute. I think she was a substitute.
But but my whole thing is
At the moment of abduction, maybe he thought she had powers.
maybe he suspected that
Maybe
she
Maybe
had
there was
powers.
like a
He's
hint.
looking for a parallel to what Jessica was, and he's trying to find.
Someone.
Because he constantly was talking about her to Hope. He was constantly bringing her up, saying that she was his favorite or his best, or
Yeah.
whatever it was. That he is trying to find that hole to
power.
fill. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that in himself, and he
Or
They
still
tried.
wants Jessica.
is,
Yeah,
Here, another question. Or is he really, really fucking with her?
That-
not-
Well, and
I think that
obviously
too.
she's obviously a pawn to get to Jessica. I mean, we
Because
saw that
he
very
knows she cares.
we saw that very
Well-
blatantly because I mean he could have done whatever he wanted if he was just playing with her. He could have done whatever he wanted, but he drew Jessica to her. He led Jessica's Hope's parents to Jessica to find Hope. He set this up very purposefully.
He also did the same exact things that he did with Jessica.
Yeah, no, and it's very interesting. I like Hope as a character. I think she's very realistic, and I think
right.
it's
I think they're
unbelievably
gonna-
her story is unbelievably tragic and could be its own storyline.
Like,
Yeah.
if anything, I think that they're either one gonna not have her more on shows.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know that they're
Because I
gonna-
think I'm gonna say it, they're either one gonna kill her off somehow, and
I don't think she's gonna be in a lot more episodes.
I'm
I
just
think they
saying,
might kill
I
her.
like-
like
I
Hope.
really think
I
she's gonna
dislike
end up
her.
killing herself.
Did anybody else really love the scene where the attorney Hogarth brings in all of these people that have
Oh, I absolutely love that.
that supposedly was under
Oh, thank God,
I
Kilgrave's
saw that.
control, and you see all these people talking about their experiences.
But she didn't bring them in though.
No,
No,
yeah.
it was.
They showed up by themselves.
I
Yeah.
laughed my butt off though watching all of these
I'm just
interviews with
gonna
these
say-
people.
I'm just
I got
gonna-
such a great kick out of it.
It's not a spoiler. Like, you guys are gonna find out like next episode that they actually form a group, like a group thing. All those people who were abducted.
Oh,
Well, they
No,
they formed
it's
like
No, there's a
a
support
meeting
group.
Yeah,
support
meeting
group.
group.
we know that
Yes.
we know that they formed a
Okay.
support
Oh
group.
God,
We already
thank
know
God.
that. All right, well let's keep talking about Hogarth. Actually, the
hate
attorney.
you.
The attorney. I
This is
love that
difficult
she.
for
The attorney. She's such a cold character.
She looks like it.
I know you hate her face.
I hate her face. I hated her in The Matrix. I hate her now.
I know, but I
hate
think,
her face.
but she is perfect for this character. Very cold, very,
I guess so. She worked well with
she's emotion. She can be emotionless, but with purpose,
just
and
like
I like
Neo.
that.
Just
But she, there's a difference between an actor being emotionless and being purposefully emotionless.
Stopping
She's
bullets.
cold, but for purpose, and I think it works for her character, and I really like it. And I love one of my favorite scenes so far is when she shows up to the restaurant with her secretary that she's cheating on her wife with,
right.
and her wife was there, and then we find out this is the restaurant that she proposed to, and she was just like, she does not get this restaurant, and the secretary's like, yes, she does. And I'm like, I loved it. I was like, that is fantastic. Like,
Yeah, I think that
that's-
made a lot of sense to
that showed a lot about her character. That
The
one
character, right.
scene showed so much of that scene and the scene
So do you
during
hate
the
her or love her?
I'm not sure yet. That scene and the scene with the interview with Hope where she totally throws her under the bus.
Mhm.
I love those scenes
That
because I'm
went-
like, you saw so much. Like, this character is out for number one, freaking period. Period. And there's a
Well, she
part of me
fucked
that's like,
over,
yeah, go girl, and a part of me
she-
that's like, dang.
She fucked over, what's her name, Trish?
Oh, horribly.
The
Horribly.
one with the radio
Horribly.
show.
Yeah.
Where she
Absolutely.
could have helped out, but she was like, this guy ain't
No.
fucking with me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, if you say he has these powers, I'm not gonna fuck with
Well,
that.
then let's talk about Trish a little bit.
Yeah.
Trish, the best friend, talk show host.
There was
I
no-
like her.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of backstory on her until further.
I don't think we need a whole lot of backstory on her. To be
I was
honest.
worried I wasn't going to like
much.
her. But the fact that she's helping out Jessica as much as she is and showing the backstory when she helped out Jessica.
Yeah, but
before
you gotta have the backstory.
And purposely learning so Jessica doesn't have to protect her every step.
See,
of the
there
way.
has to be
I
something
really
there.
like this
why?
character.
Why is
Yes.
she protecting herself? Why? There's nothing. She lives in a nice house, like in an apartment building.
I
And
don't
stuff
know,
like.
police
What does
come
she
in,
get?
come
What
Because
does
she knows what's out there.
Yeah, she knows what's out there, but it's still the point of the fact is that something must have happened to her in her childhood where something bad
Or
happened.
just-
So you're interested in Trish's backstory?
Backstory.
See, am I horrible that I'm just not? I just don't care.
It's just one of those things because if you learn something about
Like
her
you're there to
backstory-
support Jessica Jones, so I don't give a shit what happens.
Yeah,
to you.
but if you learn something about her backstory, it could be really awesome, and she could
I don't
be
care.
either in future episodes.
Well, she's definitely going to be around, and even if they throw in more of the flashbacky stuff in an episode or two.
Yeah,
Well, we did get a little bit of her
well-
background. We know that she's a child star.
That's right. They threw in
I really-
pieces.
That she was originally like the highest paid child star, or whatever.
I really think a lot of it is she doesn't want to be saved anymore.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think a
babe.
lot
doesn't
of
want
it
to rely
is-
on Jessica's.
Yeah, and that makes
Yeah.
sense when you see all these superheroes, and all of a sudden you find out one of your best friends
You're
is one
really
of them. You don't
myself.
you don't want to be the victim in your relationship
Well,
with your friend.
At
You
the
know.
end, at the end of
And I love that she was helping out. You know what I mean?
Right.
With you know that she's like, I'm not going to be a victim. I'm going to be a supporter. I'm going to be helping. I'm going to be involved. I'm not going to be sitting here by the
God,
sidelines
those
watching you do
roses.
your thing. Like I want to be in it,
she
and I
has
love
done
it.
nothing but getting a more and more shit.
I like
Well,
her though.
and from that we could segue into the
The ex
ex
special op,
special
now
ops
cop,
police
Will Smith.
officer that is.
I almost called him Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Will
Will Simpson.
Simpson.
Will Simpson.
now he's my meh character.
See, I think there's a lot to him that we don't know yet, and I feel like we're gonna
he's
find
gonna
out.
turn out to be not okay. Whether it's just
Yes.
whether
I
it's
believe that.
a general turn that he was always like just trying to
Kilgrave?
get right.
Do you think he's just a dick, or do you think he has superpowers?
No, I don't think he has superpowers. I think I absolutely think he's a dick. You can tell he's a dick.
I definitely think he's got some anger management
God,
issues.
you guys need to watch.
Stop it!
Maybe he'll turn and get better in the long run, or he's going to flip sides and
Get really bad.
get really bad. Either join Kilgrave later, or was always on his side.
But you
was
have
just
to give
trying
this character some credit. He's incredibly tactical.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's
And he
helpful
gives-
now.
Yeah,
Well,
but he
and
doesn't
my whole
know
thing
when
is
to
like
stop.
with
Right.
what I like about what he brings to the show is that we've got Jessica with these superpowers and she wants to get in there, but now we've got this Will Simpson who's going to bring some tactical logic into it and not just like get in there and
But-
go. He's like, no, he's got a plan, and Jessica's like, well, we're gonna do this, and he's like, well, yeah, but what about this?
Right.
And I actually really liked that about him. I like that he brought like some tactical, you know.
Yes, because she is very gung ho. Let's go do this.
Well,
now, right
exactly,
now.
and it's and obviously this
Well,
guy
'cause-
has some very very specific training.
Well, she's like
He has
that.
a very
She's-
specific set of skills.
She's like that. She's like that because of the super strength and stuff like that. That's why she's so gun ho about it.
Yeah. She's just like, I'm just going to punch them in the face.
Yeah,
What's the problem?
exactly.
so
So I like
see-
what he brings. I do like what he brings.
Part of my problem is he doesn't know when to stop. He doesn't, and I understand that he's had training and all this, but if,
No, I agree
if
with
Jessica
you though.
says that they're not Kilgrave, she knows the look. She's been there.
Exactly.
She's seen it.
right.
I agree.
Freaking believe
That
her and
he
just
has
stop.
he has problems with lines. I think that's we're gonna have
Right.
is the issue
well,
that we're gonna have
which
with
might
him.
be why he's ex-ops
Exactly.
instead of still in there.
All right. So last question for the video. Besides Jessica Jones, who is your favorite character and why? Quick.
Aw.
I said the black guy,
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. He's indestructible, and with the indestructible is like I thought it was funny that guy rides a motorcycle
Okay.
and he's indestructible. I thought.
Why
it was
not,
funny.
right? All right. Favorite character, why?
I can't choose between Kilgrave or Malcolm.
I know you like Kilgrave because you're a Whovian. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Is that what
I
they're
have to.
called?
I have to.
Whovians, yes.
From Whoville? Is that?
No.
She might kill you.
You're gonna die.
No.
I'm assuming I'm not the first one that said that.
No. You're not. I flipped out. The
Anyway,
too.
okay, so excuse me.
That's
Not
right.
Doctor Who!
That's right. Just say it.
Kilgrave. Who was your other one? I'm sorry.
I actually really like Malcolm. I like people that turn around. I like people who save themselves.
Okay.
I was possibly gonna say Malcolm.
Oh my
also.
God! Stop it! That was my answer. All right.
But
I gotta think of something else.
I
really do
I'm
like
very
Kilgrave.
interested in the Kilgrave character because
Right.
of just his powers
What
in general
can
and
he
how.
do?
Right. I'm interested. You know, I want to say yes. Obviously, I like Jessica, and obviously, I like Luke because of their powers also. And I can.
I just think it's funny that guy is indestructible and he still wears a helmet. I just think it's funny. It's like, come on.
I can relate to the other characters being more human, but I enjoy the superhero characters because they're superheroes. So I like Kilgrave.
Okay.
I really do.
I would normally say Malcolm. I think I like the human characters in superhero films for whatever reason. Just I like that element and I like what he brings to it. I like
Well, they
that
humanize the superhero character.
he's so vulnerable, but yeah, I like Malcolm a lot. But I'm gonna go against the grain, and I really enjoy Hogarth's character.
Oh my God!
I know.
Her face.
I know. I enjoy the character. I enjoy a gung-ho, strong-ass woman. I think she takes it to an extreme to the point where she's a walking iceberg.
I think Tony
Yes.
would be more appreciative if they just CGI.
I can't even imagine. Can you imagine what having sex with a woman like that is like?
No, I can't actually.
No!
You know why?
Because her
Because
face.
you can't.
That's gotta be really, really dull.
In the Matrix movie, Neo stopped and stared at her in like in the
It's-
mid.
I said, really?
She's
Anything?
she's an iceberg of
He
a
literally
character.
had his hand inside of her, and she felt nothing. What?
You're gonna edit that out, right?
No.
Anyway, I like Hogarth. I think it's a very good character. I think she brings an element to the show that I'm very much enjoying. So that's all fuckered up.
That was our slightly halfway, third way of the way
Ish.
through Jessica
Her
Jones.
hand inside her and
Inside
felt
of her. The newest Marvel series on Netflix, Jessica Jones, was our thoughts.
Go Netflix!
What did you think about it? Comment on the video. Let us know what you think.
Share,
Like,
subscribe, all that good
subscribe, share. Hit us up on Twitter. Like us there, or follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Check out our previous videos. Definitely, we have all kinds of things. Star Wars reviews for the
Star
trailers.
Wars!
We have definitely stuff planned for that coming up.
We're gonna have so much stuff coming out when the Star Wars,
So much
when
stuff.
the premiere comes out. We'll be in costume. It's going to be amazing. So keep in touch.
And we have Let's Play stuff now, a video game review on Tom Clancy's newest game, The Division, coming out hopefully in the next
March
year
8th.
here soon, March 8th. Hope we have like a date now, finally.
Official.
So yeah, absolutely. And then, hopefully coming soon we're going to be doing book reviews. There's also little specialty things coming up possibly from this one. We'll see how that one goes. So yeah, like I said,
Keep
follow us,
watching.
keep watching.
Thanks a lot.
Yay, activities.